the KATC Weather Lab. Here's Eric's forecast.
It was kind of a wet and yucky start to our Monday as rounds of showers, even a few thunderstorms pushed in during the morning commute and continued with us through about lunchtime. But now as we push into the afternoon, most of that activity is pushing out into the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty pleasant temperature, so it should be a comfortable evening, but don't put away that umbrella, as it does look like we could have at least the chance for some pop-up scattered activity tomorrow afternoon, and one of the two of those could be on the stronger side. So let's take a look at Girard Park. Justin Terro went over there earlier today. You can see some of that light rain falling in the background, all the ducklings getting underneath the tree to try and stay dry, and number of you were probably doing the same thing, trying to stay out of the rain and not get too wet today. But if you did have to get outside, at least the rain wasn't overly that heavy, and if you did have to run through it, you didn't get drenched like some of the times we can during the summer months. So let's kick it upstairs and kind of see what all brought the activity to us. We have a big upper level low that's now moving into the northern Great Lakes that produced some showers back into that area. Severe weather along a cool front that is pushing into the Appalachian Mountains and now pushing into the Carolinas, Virginia. So that's where they have some severe thunderstorm warnings, also a tornado warning back through the West Virginia area. So it's the tail end of that system. That's what brought our showers today and is now moving out into the Gulf of Mexico. But a secondary boundary from this could work its way over top of us, providing more energy for some of those storms tomorrow. But here's a 12-hour look at the last radar showing those showers that began this morning, then pushed out into the Gulf of Mexico. But the lingering overrunning showers continued with us into the afternoon. But now most of that is all gone. Maybe a light drizzle still down towards Morgan City, but most of us are drying out. A good bit of upper level clouds are sticking with us into the evening, but you do see some breaks up across the northern portion of the state. And we even had a few peaks of sunshine here at KATC. Temperatures today, thanks to the rain, we're pretty comfortable. Most of the day in the 70s. Now with the drying pattern, we're getting up to 80 degrees. That's where we're holding for the next couple hours before we start to see them back down into the 70s a little later on. But thanks to the rain today, ground is pretty moist, especially in some of those farm areas. So tomorrow morning, we are looking at the possibility for some patchy to dense fog as you head out to work tomorrow. So keep that in mind, especially if you move through some of those very fog-prone areas on your morning commute. You definitely will run into that, but it should mix out pretty quickly by the afternoon. So dry through the rest of this evening with this area fog developing first thing tomorrow morning. Through lunchtime, we stay dry on our Tuesday, but by the afternoon, as we start to get that heating of the day, temperatures back into the 90s, feeling like the triple digits. That'll start to get some of that instability going, and then we'll have some upper level systems move through. That's what could produce at least some scattered showers. Now, don't be focused on where we're seeing it move up, because the models have a hard time pinpointing it. But the general idea is we will have the possibility for this upper level system moving through. As it does, one or two of these could be on the stronger side as you see some of the more darker shades as the purple and magentas are showing up. That's where we could have some storms that could produce some damaging hail up to an inch and maybe even some gusty winds nearly 60, 70 miles per hour. So we will have the possibility for maybe one or two severe storms tomorrow afternoon, but not everyone will see the rain or the storms. Most of us will stay dry tomorrow, and then we could even have another system tomorrow evening. So we'll have to watch for a couple rounds of these passing showers moving through, and a couple of them again could be on the strong side. All that begins to clear out by Wednesday, and it looks like Wednesday it's back to those dog days of summer of the hazy, hot, and humid conditions. Temperatures in the lower 90s, feel like temperatures pushing those triple digits. So as mentioned, we do have a marginal risk for the possibility as that system moves through tomorrow afternoon that one or two could be on the stronger side. Damaging wind gusts and large hail will be the main concerns. I think the tornado threat doesn't look to be there, as it's just going to be more or less those passing systems. Going with that, we're also going to have the possibility for some Saharan dust moving in. So that could limit just how much shower activity we get tomorrow. But you can see it is going to be very thick heading into our Wednesday and Thursday. So those with respiratory problems, you might notice that starting to act up as we push into Wednesday and Thursday. But should produce some very nice sunsets. So at least that's the trade-off thanks to all that dust moving through, and should limit our rain chances through the mid part of the work week. It won't be until Friday that it starts to kind of lessen and move off to the west, and by the weekend, and that's when our rain chances start to ramp back up at least to 30%. So mostly cloudy and damp for our Monday night. Warm and muggy with fog developing by late 76 for that overnight low. And then for our Tuesday, we'll call it more clouds than sun. So very similar to what we saw last week. A good bit of clouds around with peaks of sun in between, but still going to get hot. 92 for the high, feeling like those triple digits, and then a 30-40% chance for some of those pop-up showers and storms moving through. Some of them could be on the strong side. Very low rain chances getting hot Wednesday and Thursday, but then the rain rain starts to return as that dust moves out of our area by the weekend. Still not going to be washouts like we saw today, but more or less those afternoon showers for the weekend, so don't cancel your plans just yet. And make sure you have the water nearby, as it will be hot and humid, and that continues into the first week of July.
All right, thanks, Eric. Still ahead tonight.